Hello? Who's out there? Look, there's my husband. Let me know you can hear me. Hello, Suzanne. Susanna, sorry about that. All right. So, we're live. I'm assuming we can hear me. Excellent. My husband just said yes. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday. Oh my goodness. It's been a day. And again, it's been a fibro day for me. And on fibro days, you know what I do? I sit back and I find a way to cheer myself up, because on those fibro days, hello Patsy, how are you today? Hope that everything's going well in New Brunswick. So anyways, on my fibro days, I find that I need a little bit of extra pizzazz. And don't worry, I'm bringing you a recipe today. I got my Instapot on. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. Oh, there you go. See it? It's on. But like the title says, it's dinner and a show. So here we go. Are you ready for this? Okay. Whew, I'm nervous. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Hello. Oh, hang on, I forgot the words. Oh, hang on. I just gotta stick it out in my head again for a second there. Okay, so okay, here we go. I remember now. Okay, hello, it's you I'm looking for, 'cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you're up to. Are you just getting back from work now, and is someone bugging you? Let me show you how to fill their hearts with a healthy recipe or two. And I want to thank you so much. So stay tuned. All right, so that's my rendition of Hello by Lionel Richie. Danielle style. That's what happens on fibro days. I make up silly songs. Or on really tired days. Chantal and I used to do that a lot. But let's get to the recipe. Yesterday, I was supposed to be here to show you guys how to make a simple vegetable broth that you guys can then incorporate later on to either a beef broth or a chicken broth as well by using simple OXO cubes. But I'm starting off simply with the vegetable broth. So I've gone ahead and what I do for my vegetable broth is I take all my vegetable scraps. So carrot peels, lettuce, anything that's going to normally go into my compost bin, I'll actually throw it, like as long as it's not molding, of course, right? I'll throw it into a freezer bag, and then I'll take my freezer bag and I'll just throw it into my freezer. And on days like this, where I know next week I'm going to be making a couple soups and I'm going to be requiring to use vegetable broth, I went ahead and took my just big bag of frozen vegetables. Let me see, what did I have in there? I had the stems from a cauliflower. I had half of an onion in there with the peel included. I had some lettuce. I had carrots. I don't remember exactly what else I had in there, but I'm going to bring you guys over here. Hopefully you guys don't fall down. All right. And I apologize because I'm shaky because my fibro is bad today. So I'm going to move you guys over here because the Instapot is done. So what I did is I took the Instapot. All right, we're back over to our counter. What I did is, I'm going to flick the light on here. Ooh, there we go. I took my Instapot and I loaded it up I added 4 cups of water into the container that's like your insert of your Instapot, right? And then I added all my vegetables. So I had 2 bags of just mixed odds and ends vegetables. So I just went ahead and threw that in my Instapot. Now, I just want to take a quick minute just to let you guys know, if you're watching right now, you're on live. So if you don't mind commenting #live. And if you're watching this later on when I post it, you'll be on replay. There's not going to be a record button. So you're just going to #replay in the comments. So again, oh, that's hot. Don't touch that. Holy moly. Don't do that. Things not to do. Don't touch the top. It's hot. All right. So I went ahead and at about 4:30, I added my 4 cups of water, and then I just threw in, like I said, whatever mixed vegetable scraps that I had into my Instapot. Then I grabbed some celery salt. You see that? There we go. Celery salt. And I just grabbed a teaspoon, and I threw in half a teaspoon of celery salt, because again, it's salty, right? And that's why it's celery salt. But again, it's that vegetable flavor adding to the flavor of your vegetable broth that you're making. So next up, I put in half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Threw that right in there. And again, because I have fibromyalgia and because I know other people out there are suffering from arthritis and stuff, turmeric, I put in 1/4 of a teaspoon in there. Now, it might turn the color of your water a little brown orangish, but it's not a big deal. And again, it's not a hot spice. It doesn't have a lot of heat, but it does give you flavor, and again, excellent for fibromyalgia or arthritis pain. So as you can see, my timer is done here on my Instapot. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the cancel button. There we go. Now I'm going to grab my spoon. And I said it before, it's hot up here. You see me can touch it, right? So back here, I'll flip the lid off. When I take the lid off, I'll show it to you. Back here, there is a pressure valve. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spoon, and there's a little knob on the side here, and I'm just going to flick it up, okay? This is going to release the pressure from my Instapot so I can take the lid off. All right, ready? Lots of steam, super hot, but you can literally smell all the flavors that are in your Instapot just from this. Facebook really seriously needs to consider putting a smell button. I'm sorry that it's loud, but we're just about done. You see how much steam comes out of that? That's why it's a pressure cooker. Almost done. And again, the great thing about this is that you are making your own vegetable broth. And then you just take your little OXO cubes, and you know, either chicken or beef. And when you're making a soup, you can throw in your vegetable broth, throw in your chicken cube or your beef cube, and voila, now you have chicken broth or beef broth, right? And you didn't have to go to the store and buy it. And you save money making it, because the vegetables that you would normally throw in your compost are now going into your Instapot and making you another recipe, right? So again, hang on to those vegetable scraps, potato peels, the stems from your cauliflower, carrot peels, onions, even the peel, the onion peel itself, throw it in a freezer bag. Peppers. What else goes bad fast? Cucumbers. Cucumbers is another one. If you're using a cucumber for a salad, but you know that you're not going to use the entire thing, chop it all up. Use whatever you're going to need for your salad that day. And instead of letting it go bad in your fridge, throw those extra slices into a freezer bag, and then take that freezer bag and incorporate it into your Instapot and make yourself vegetable broth, or again, beef or chicken by throw it in that OXO cube, right? As you can see, it's quieting down. My Instapot's not so angry anymore. It let off a little steam. And I don't know if you actually heard it or not, but the lid on the side here has a little lock mechanism, and I'll show that to you in a moment. But it actually clicked, so now I know that my Instapot is good to open. And be careful opening it, because it's hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. If you don't believe me, replay the video and you'll see when I touch the top. It's hot. All right. So, lid off. I'm just going to turn this around. And as you can see here, this is a little pressure valve that I was talking about. Right now it's it's down. And then I used my spoon and I flipped it up, and that's what released all the steam and let it escape. So I'm just gonna slide this off to the side, and I'm actually going to turn you guys. We're taking a little tour of my place today. So I'm gonna put some these lovely Canadian oven mitts on because, again, the Instapot's hot. So give me 1 second. I'm going to reach over and unplug this, and I'm going to remove the insert, right? So this is the insert of the Instapot. Again, use oven mitts because it's hot. All right, so now in here, I actually have a bowl, just a large plastic bowl, and a strainer. I'll pick up the camera in a moment there, and I'll show it to you guys. And all I'm doing is I'm literally straining all those vegetables that I originally would have shot into my compost bin. Although these are still going in my compost bin, I've been able to use them again without losing any value to my purchase, right? Because vegetables are expensive. Food's expensive. Oh, I'll be very, very glad to get back. Ooh, do you jiggle? No. I'll be very glad to get back to our garden. Gotta move first, but okay, so I'm just gonna empty this over in here, and then I'm gonna when I flip my camera around, you can actually see what vegetables I had in there. Just gonna throw it back in my Instapot insert for the moment, just so that I can get it out of the way. All right, so are you ready? Okay, so here is, I'm gonna pick you up. Oh, sorry, shaky, fibro day, okay. Oh, all right, so I'm turning you around so that you can actually see the vegetables that normally, again, you would normally throw out, right? So you've gotten a bag of carrots and you've used so many of them, and they're at the point now where they're going to need to be shot out if you don't use them in the next day or so. Take those vegetables, onion peels, when you're peeling your potatoes, your carrots, anything like that, those vegetable peels that you would normally throw out, turn it into a vegetable broth by using your Instapot. It's super easy. So, okay, here we go. Turning it around. So these are all, I'm not going to touch the pot because it's hot. It's hot. So these are all the vegetables, scraps, that I normally would have just gone ahead and thrown into my compost bin. So I've got like carrots and onion peels, and I can see sweet potato peels. I can see some cauliflower stems. I've got some lettuce and all sorts of vegetables in there, right? So then again, put it into my Instapot, and I plugged it in, and I added water up to the bottom of this rim. There's an edge here on my Instapot, so I put that much water through all my vegetables and put it into my Instapot, and I used my soup, and oh no, sorry, wrong one, soup, and I did it for 10 minutes. That's it, and it was from frozen, right? So, and then after I emptied it out, I put the strainer inside the bowl, and then I took the vegetables and I dumped them into the strainer, and I had this bowl underneath to catch the broth. And that's it. It's really that simple. Now, I'm going to turn you back around. Oh, no, I turned the light on. Hang on. Try that again. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Fibro moments. All right, I'm trying to do this without dropping you guys. Holy moly. I told you it was a pet fibro day. Oh, look at my hat. Go Cowboys! I'll go to Super Bowl. So anyways, all you're going to do now is you're literally just going to let your broth cool, and then you can either do one of two things with it. Because I know that I'm going to be making some soup next week, I'm actually going to take 2 glass jars. Now, hang on, I'm just going to... I do. I have one a little closer to me. I'm short, so I didn't want to reach all the way up in my cupboard. But this is actually just a mason jar that we got from using the Classico spaghetti sauce. So I just hang on to these, and once my vegetable broth is cold, I will fill 2 jars, and I'll put them in my fridge. And they're good in there for up to 30 days, okay? So then what I do, because I know that I might not use all of that vegetable broth, I take the rest of it and I put it in an ice cube tray. And then I pop it into my freezer, right? So again, I'm not wasting it. So then all I'm going to do is when I make a rice recipe and I want, because I don't like rice plain, I like having flavor to it, I can add a cube or two to my rice cooker while I'm cooking my rice, when I'm doing like a Buddha bowl or something like that. So again, you're not wasting, and now you're taking those vegetables and turning them into something else before they go into the garbage, and then you can get rid of them for good. So that's it. And like I said at the beginning of the show, thank you. I wanted to thank you very much, and I love you. Talk to you guys later.